So once again, thank you friends for joining. So today we'll be discussing about the book Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself, chapter 4. So last week we started this book. So the first chapter we understood the quantum view, how the energy fields matter, right? How our mind can shape the future. In the second chapter we understood overcoming the environment. The third chapter, overcoming the body. And now in this chapter, we'll understand more about the overcoming the time. So if we want to create the new personality, the new future, then we need to transcend all of this, the environment, body, and time. So let's understand more about this. So friends, those who have joined today, the book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's a very famous book and also written by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a famous author and a spiritual mentor, and you might have seen he does a lot of sessions and all. So the chapter 4, Overcoming the Time. So friends, most of the time we think, right, we are in the present, but somehow, knowingly or unconsciously, we dwell between the past and the future, right? The body doesn't know the difference that we are actually thinking or it's happening now. So we are always stuck in the past. So based on our emotions and thoughts about the past, the body generates a similar, the chemicals and also will have the similar response and we live the same again. So it's very difficult to overcome and that creates the blockages, right? So overcoming the time is very important. So the present moment holds all the potential realities. The more you be in the present moment, the more you are mindful, then you have a lot of possibilities and opportunities. Right? Living in the past removes access to new possibilities because based on the past condition, you are okay, this is not going to work, or I might not get this because that's what you have experienced. Based on that, you try to, think or anticipate the future. But if you drop that analytical mind, then everything is possible. The body reacts emotionally as if the past events are happening now. That's what we discussed, right? So the body doesn't know the difference whether the situation is actually happening or if we are thinking. So change is very difficult. To change, we must free the body from the past or the future. Then that's how we can overcome the time. Emotions to moods to temperaments to personality traits. Here the author states how different, the states form. Emotions are short term, right? Chemical reactions. Whenever we have a thought, based on a thought, we have some emotions. And based on that emotions, the body generates some chemicals and it sends the signal back to the brain saying that the body feels exactly based on how the mind is thinking, right? So what happens if you have any, if you get triggered or by, family members or kids or anywhere, then what happens? Initially, that might be a small triggers or emotion traits. You get disturbed. But if you keep on doing the same, right? If you keep on triggered, when you get triggered, you try to react or respond. All the time, that becomes the mood. In few days or something, that becomes your mood. If someone says something, you think, oh, today my day is gone, my mood is gone. And, I'm getting anger, I'm getting distracted. You feel in that. But if you keep on continuing that for longer time, for weeks or months, that actually become your temperament. And if you continue still, that becomes your personality. Over the period of time, more than 6 months or a year, that becomes a personality. And you label it, right? I am an angry person, I am a judgmental person. You might label or people might label you. So this is how, if we keep on continuing the same thing again and again, that becomes a personality. So today, whatever a personality, whether positive or negative, whatever we are, is based on our past, whatever, since childhood, the way you react or respond or your beliefs, everything, this is how the personality has been. Now we are aware how it forms. So if you want your future to change, if you want to change your personality, then you have to be mindful and change your triggers or emotional feelings and all, so that you can become the new person, or you can change your personality the way you want. So most of the time, the personality is often anchored in the past, right? Based on the past, that's what we are. To change the personality, we must change the memorized emotions. So whatever the emotions, the way we feel every time, some thought comes or some person speaks, you will again go in the past. Oh, he said like this in the past, or he did like that, right? The same way we go, and again we try to feel the similar way. So that mind has memorized that emotion. So anything happens, it feels the same way. So you need to change that. So you have to respond in a different way. You have to respond, different ways, so that the brain, it gets stored. Whatever the past memorized thing is there, that gets erased, and the new response is being stored in your mind. So that next time, whenever you have anything, so the new emotion should come. Not, you should not respond from the past, but you should respond from the new memory that you have formed. So we can't change when living in the predictable future. So here the author means, right? We always want, something to happen in the future. We are very eager that things should happen in this way, or we are always curious about our goals. We work towards it. But what happens? We can't change when living in the predictable future. You want something to happen. Suppose you have a meeting, or you are, going on a stage. You have to, give a presentation or something. You're very excited. At the same time, based on the past, if you feel, oh, what if, I didn't prepare well. I have a fear of public speaking. What if I speak something wrong? And because of the fear, you think, you'll miss something or something will happen. That's how, it truly happened. The mind doesn't know that it's the future or right now. So based on the stress and all, you will start feeling the same thing, that anxiety, the fear and everything. You start building up, and it's exactly happened the same way. The body doesn't know that real versus imagined experience, right? Now we saw the past. Earlier we discussed in the previous slide. It doesn't know the difference between the past emotion and it's happening now. The same way, if you keep on worry about the future, also the mind doesn't know that it's the future or it's happening now. It will create the similar experience for you. So anticipating fear, again the body releases the chemicals and the same thing will repeat again. So anxiety is living in the future emotionally. It didn't happen, but it's your worry that is causing the same thing. You can prepare for it, you can feel good about it, but if you worry, then again you're creating the similar experience. The future becomes predictable and familiar because you visualized, or you thought about in a way that you have the fear and everything. You thought, okay, I might not do well. So you're predicting the future, right? It might happen in this way, in a certain way, based on your past experience. You're predicting the future. So there might be different possibilities. Might be the event go very well or something might happen, but because you thought, you are predicting the future based on your past experiences. You are not open to the possibilities. So this blocks the new possibilities also. Things might happen differently, but you are predicting it in a certain way. So living in the past, which is your future. So as we discussed in the past slide, right? Based on a past experience, if you are worried about the future, then you're getting the similar experience. Suppose you have some, party, or you're organizing something or event at home or anything. In the past, you always might forget things. If you think, okay, I'll forget this, I have to, invite some guests, or I have to do this. If you keep on worry, what happens? You think I'll miss something, something will happen. If you keep on thinking negative about it, the day of the event, it will happen the similar way. You will, of course, forget something, or you might forget inviting some people, or, you don't organize or plan it well. Things might be missing here and there. You feel anxiety, you feel stress. And then you think, I know it will happen in this way. In the past also, it happened the same way, and now also it's happening the same way. It didn't happen because you think, but because you know everything. It happened because you thought in that way. You felt about the event in that way. You were worrying about it. As we think, that's how the future will happen, right? That's what the author says. So based on our thoughts and everything, the future will shape. If you are worried about it, you will experience the same. If you feel good about it, if you think I'm planning everything, everything is going smoothly, if you're calm and quiet, then you'll have a good experience. So living in the past recreates the same future. So what happened in the past, you will create the similar experience in the future also. The state of being matters more than the circumstances. No matter what happened in the past, right now, be in the present moment. Overcome the environment, what people will say, what your body or how you feel, or what the time it has, forget about the past or future. Just be in the present moment. What you can do best at this moment, how best you can plan. Think about it, and you will see the success. So awareness break the cycle, right? Dwelling in the past or future or creating the similar kind of experiences, those cycle will break when you be in the present moment. So live in your desired new future in the precious present. So the author is saying, feel that the event is happening right now and think positive about it. Feel the future before it happens. If you think in a negative way, it will happen in a negative way. If you feel good and positive, I have prepared well for my presentation. I'm giving a good speech. Everyone is listening to me. If you think in that way, you will have a good presentation. If you feel, I'm organizing everything, I have invited everyone, people are coming to my house, they're attending the event, I have prepared everything well. If you be in that positive way, the things will happen. So imagine in the positive way and feel happy, When people appreciate you, it might be because of your speech or event at home. Imagine that people are congratulating you. They're saying you have planned so well, you have arranged everything so well. If people appreciate you, you feel so happy, right? He's asking you to imagine the same right now. Feel that everything went well and be happy right now. So when you feel happy, your the body generates the positive chemicals. You feel good about it, and you will have that experience when the event actually happens. So elevated emotions signal the new possibilities. The body must believe before the reality changes. So before it happens, you must make your body and mind that it's happening in this way, the way you decide your future. Change happens internally first, right? It happens internally, the way you think about it, the way you feel about the event. If you're worried, if you're anxiety, if you're stressed, then you will see the same. But if you're calm, if you're positive, if you feel good about it, then you have a different experience. This is how people create miracles. When we have heard many people, right? Even Virat Kohli, he's a famous cricketer. In one of the interview, he said every time, in the practice, he always imagined how the ball is coming and how he hits it. It goes to the six. And the same way when he's actually playing the match, the similar way, the body and his hands, everything will, perform the same way. It will hit the shot in a similar way that he has trained his mind. So many have done this manifestation of visualizations. Just you have to imagine the outcome, how you want is happening right now and feel good about it. So transcending the big threes, that is the body, mind, and environment, the time, right? Environment, body, and the time. So don't worry, whatever your environment might be, it might be impacting you anyway, but think that everything is possible. Many times, the lot of leaders or successful people in their earlier days, they didn't have proper money in their environment, or people didn't support them, but still they overcome that because they have the strong belief in them. They know what they are doing and why they are doing. So don't worry about the environment. Don't worry about your body, the emotions and all based on your past experience, what you are feeling and all. So there is every time there is an opportunity or possibility for a new outcome. So be ready for that and don't worry about the time. Don't worry about the future or past. If you transcend all these threes, you will have a greater experience or greater possibilities. So flow state is equal to freedom from automatic responses, right? When you have everything, when you're naturally in the present moment, things will start flowing. They refresh and energize the mind. So when we are doing in the meditation also, we are always being in the present moment. We are just observing the breath. You feel so energized, you feel relaxed. The same way, be in the present moment throughout the day, whatever you're doing. He says it, right? When we watch some movies or, we go out in the nature, we forget everything. We are so deeply involved in that. We don't worry about who is there behind us or we have to eat, what is there in front of us. We are fully involved in that movie, right? We forget everything, the time and everything. The same way, when you're in the present moment, forget everything about the past or worry about the future. Just be fully involved in this moment. These states become more frequent with the practice. The more and more you practice to be in the present moment, be in that awareness, they truly help you, right? Your response will automatically change. No matter what the situation come, no matter what people will say, your response will change by regular practice. That's how our subconscious mind will be programmed with a newer response, with a newer emotions and the newer reactions also. So meditation train this ability consciously. So meditation plays a major role. We understood, right? When we do this meditation, we can easily access the subconscious mind because we are dropping our thoughts, we are dropping article mind, everything. So more than asleep, during the meditation, we can easily access subconscious mind. So what are the new things you are learning, that you are forming the new habits and everything, they get programmed in the subconscious mind. And you can see that there is a change in the way you feel, the way you think in your daily activities also. So transcending the big tree is a key to the transformation. So when you transcend all this, then that's the key to the transformation. You can see your transformation in yourself, in your personality, and in everything that you do. So the key takeaways in this chapter: in the present hold all the possibilities. So everything is there in the present moment. Repetition of past emotions form the automatic habits. The more you repeat, the more you think about the past, that forms the habit. So emotional addictions create predictable future. If you rethink and think or expect the same thing, it might happen. If you worry about it, then it will create the predictable future, and that's what will ultimately will experience the same in the future also. Living consciously in the now breaks this pattern. Embody the emotions of your desired future today. Recollect how you want to experience the future. Think about it. Feel good about it. The more you train your mind in this way, then you can attract the desired outcome. Transcend environment, body, and time to create freely. It's not you're forcefully doing it, but it will naturally happen. The flow will happen. And the key reflection, or you can think about it. Repeated thoughts and emotions condition the body to live in the past, continuously signaling the quantum field and blocking the creation of the new future. So what thoughts you are going to reflect or you want to change? How can I pause, observe, and choose a new response instead of repeating the old one? Just think. Most of the times you're in the thinking about your past or you're worried about the future. And how can you change this? You can reflect on these, and then you can work accordingly on those things. We all have a lot of things, the habits or beliefs that we need to change, we need to work on themselves. Try to identify, write in a notebook or take a note about those, and you can consciously work on them. Of course, when you do the meditation, it will truly help you. So friends, I hope this was helpful to you all, today's chapter. It was a summary. So if you have any thoughts on this or any questions, you can unmute yourself. Most of the time we hear the similar things, but they're very important. The more and more we understand in each and different directions, right? In every way, the author is trying to help us to understand how being in the present moment, just by our thoughts and emotions only, we are creating all the suffering for us. When we overcome that, then life will come very happy and successful. So friends, you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself if you want to share anything. Or anything you have question about your meditation practice, any doubts, anything, please feel free to ask. The more you share, see, again, it's the fear. Earlier, I also was very shy to turn on my camera or to speak. But today I overcome that. Now I'm able to easily speak with you all because I overcome that fear. Whenever, in the session, someone used to speak, I used to visualize, I'm speaking like them or I'm teaching the same way. Then ultimately, I created this future for myself. So the same way everyone can do. You need to change your thought. Yes, sir, Chandraji, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you, Apurva and Ramesh. Thank you, everybody, for coming. This is really too many. I know it's where each word in each section is very important, very useful things to enhance our understanding. But I started writing and I couldn't, in my own words, I couldn't. I cannot. And I think I would kindly request you go a little bit slow next time when this kind of big million concepts are coming. Each one is related. If we miss something, you are going to the different one. So I have to, because that's where my confusions. I'm going to ask you that question. But from this takeaway moral is live in this moment, present. When we bring the past and live now, this is going to be then he is giving all the explanation how we do, how resonate the past, how ruminate with the past things, how repeat the past. That's why the past becomes a monotonous, stereotyped, mechanical routine. That's what, and if we feel comfortable, we'll just move on and go. That's the way the past. So nothing is going to change. No transformation, nothing. That is, we need some maybe for 54, 5, 6 times or 40 days class may move us a little bit and move me. That's what I'm thinking. And then how the future also it's not needed. Future, if I think about it, there are some contradictory statements here. I'm going to ask the future, thinking about the future, sitting here, I'm thinking, oh, what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to add anxiety to the present moment. So we are not going to, today I had in Chandra Sar's meditation, I got some anxiety came from my travel. Why should it come? I didn't even think about it. I just sat. Suddenly it came. Did I keep my passport or something there or here? It's unnecessary, wasteful thought which came. And after that, I was not at all comfortable at all. I just did it. Then later on, I did the meditation. So the thinking about the future is not going to help anything. And so live in this moment. That's what our mindfulness meditation and anapanasati, everything beautifully connected. For that, he is giving so many how your personality change, how your traits become permanent, how your thoughts is building up the thing. That is the way he's using so many words to build that thing, make us understand. But my question here is, we can't change when living in the incredible future. That's one statement you said it. I don't. We can't change when we can't change, make any change when we are living in the incredible future. That means, are we thinking about the future? Oh, it's so incredible. It's going to be so good. It's going to be rich. Thinking about that in present, or the same statement, living your desired new future in the precious present. Then why we are allowing that future, our manifestation of getting new things in the present? That's also taking away the present. We are only thinking about the future, and the other one is also I just wrote your thing, whatever. I don't know when it comes. So we can't change when living in the incredible future. That's where I thought it's. You tell me. You explain. Maybe I misunderstood.
Living in the predictable future, that means we are predicting, right? Based on a past experience, the future will be happening in this way, or based on our fears or something, right? So he is telling, don't, you need to work about your future. You need to plan, you need to work according to, but don't attach to the outcome.
Yeah.
Whether it's going
Al-
to be positive or negative, don't worry about it. You do what you have to do. You be prepared, you work on it, and let the outcome
Yeah.
happen in that way, whatever it happens.
Happens, it
Don't predict.
happens.
Yeah, don't predict in either way. But if you, most of the time, right, when people are thinking negative, they're worried, they get anxious, they get stressed. To overcome
Yeah.
it, that manifestation helps. When you think positive, you feel happy, right? Okay, instead of thinking negative and creating the negative future, you can think positive and at least you can be open, right? That it won't be worst. At least if it's not going to be good, but something bad is not going to happen. And you can always, manifest. If people are feared, what will happen, you can think, you can visualize that it's happening good, everything is happening, and the way you feel, when something good happens, you can similarly feel that way, so that your body releases a similar kind of positive chemicals and you feel happy, and that will ultimately happen. It's everything is based on our thoughts and emotions, right?
Yeah.
We're attracting. So once you change that, everything will happen positive. Then why you are worried about it? Instead of
Yeah, that's a good point.
visualize.
As long as we don't have emotional
Yes.
attachment, no undertones or overtones of emotions, we can live in the past now without even touching iota of my heart feelings. Touching it, I can live in the present, indulge in the present without, just like an observer. The same way I can do it with the past, future. That's what I think he's telling it so beautifully, how we can do the future, bringing it. That's our manifestation too, with the positive. That's what you are saying, positive thoughts and positive energy and stuff. So, emotions are the main thing. That is for that. Meditation is the big emotional stability.
See, in the past, right, whatever happened, you can recollect, you can take that as a lessons so that you can work on it. You don't repeat the similar things, right? But if you think, okay, in the past also it happened the same, now also it will happen like that, if
Yeah.
you think that is wrong. If in past, if you didn't keep anything, you didn't organize well, take that lesson. Okay, now I should be more prepared, or I should plan myself in a better way. You can take that as an inspiration, but don't think that it will happen the same. No matter what I do, my
True.
future will be like this. If you think negative, then ultimately you're creating the similar. So don't attach to past or future. Just do whatever you can in this present moment, that will ultimately help you.
Yeah. When we get the dullness of brain, we will just, that's something Chandra sir explained. I don't remember. The brain becomes dull or something happens. So it's just to move on with whatever comes.
Yes.
Thank you, Apurva.
Thank,
It's really, you gave us spicy things for the night.
thank you. Yes, friends, anybody else have anything, any questions or want to share? Okay, if not, first let's go into the meditation, and then we'll definitely take your questions or if you have any doubts. So if anyone joined for the first time today, so we are doing the breath mindfulness meditation. So as you see in the picture, sit comfortably. You can take a back support. You can sit on a floor or chair or bed, anywhere. Have a comfortable posture. Comfort is very important so that you can sit for the longer time. Don't try to, stretch or make your body very tight and you have to strictly sit in a straight position. It's not required, but comfort is very important. And observe your normal natural breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale. Just observe that breath is going in and coming out. Why we are focusing our attention on the breath? Because breath is always in the present moment. It's not in the past, it's not in the future. It's always happening and it's continuous. So when you focus or pay attention on the breath, your mind, yet your thoughts and everything will get dissolved. You will get thoughts that quite natural, but you don't go with that, keep on thinking or go with the flow. Whenever you realize you are in thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath. As you observe the breath, your mind becomes empty and you go into an empty state or meditative state. That is a goal, to become, to go into that emptiness. So clasp your hands and cross your leg at ankle if you're sitting on chair or sofa, and just follow the guidance, and let's do this meditation. dear friends, sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Just relax, scan your body from head to toe. Just go through your body from head to toe. Observe each organ's sensations. Just relax. And now observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale. Just observe the breath. As you observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. Just be with your breath, dear friends. Let thoughts come and go. Don't get attached to it. Don't get carried by your thoughts. Whenever you realize you're in thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath. This time we are spending for our own self. We are all into the group meditation. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Come back to your body, dear friends. Recollect your experiences. What did you feel? At this point, let's express gratitude. Gratitude to our parents, teachers, mentors. Gratitude to our family members, friends, and the people in our community and society, everyone you know. Gratitude to the nature, plants, trees, animals, the fire, the air, all the five elements, water. And also let's express gratitude to the technology and all the devices we are using, through which we are all connected. Whenever you are ready, place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. If anyone has any questions or any doubts you want to share, you can unmute yourself. How is your meditation practice going on? Are you able to sit, or are you able to experience the emptiness? Or if you have any thoughts, anything it could be, you want to share or ask, you can raise your hands. And also, friend, tomorrow we'll go through the chapter 5 of this book. So please do join regularly. As we said, wisdom and meditation both go hand in hand. And also sharing experience. When we share, it can help someone, it will inspire others also. And also, please, if you have, please go to the book so that you will understand more. Here we are discussing the summary and few key points, but the more you read, you will understand more, and try to practice whatever the points we are discussing in a daily life, and you will see where you are progressing or where you need to work on, or are you still in past or worried about the future. So slowly we can, bring that into practice and make a habit, and we can see the transformation. So good night, friends. We'll see you all tomorrow at the same time again.